Wasting money should never be an option. That is why you must be wise enough to handle your expenses and ensure that you're not spending your money on useless things. So, we will help, because in today's video, we will list down the top 7 things you should avoid spending your money on. Let's start with number 1, payment for banking services. Have you ever questioned where all these small fees come from after looking at your bank balance? It's possible that these costs are convenience charges, and paying them regularly feels like having money taken out of your pocket. A few dollars here and there may seem trivial, but paying $5 to $10 a month over time, these fees are typically associated with withdrawing, moving, or exchanging money. Consider how much you willingly pay the bank monthly to maintain a Netflix subscription. I realized that I needed to stop understanding the full extent of my bank's charges. So, to avoid these fees, I spoke with a representative from my bank and informed them that I would transfer my funds elsewhere unless they waived these fees, and what do you know? The prices were eliminated that very day. Number 2, gambling. Going to the casino on a Friday night was one of my favorite pastimes when I first reached the legal gambling age. I used to insert my money into a slot machine, sit down, and hope for the best, that I would hit the jackpot. I lost hundreds of dollars per visit because I had more money than intellect at the time. I can only hope that I can get that money back. I regretfully had no notion how slim my chances of winning actually were. My prospects of retiring on a significant casino game were minimal because the odds of winning the top reward on a slot machine are typically 1 in 49,836,032. The dangers of gambling, unfortunately, affect a lot of people. Gambling is never in the player's favor. Hence, there's the adage, the house always wins. Whether they play to win big or just pass the time, I made a pact that I would never gamble again once I knew my chances of winning. We have number 3, and they are interest fees on credit cards. American credit card debt has increased from $850 billion 5 years ago to over $1 trillion as of 2019. In addition to having exorbitant debt, these folks jointly pay billions of dollars in interest annually. Credit cards can be a beneficial tool when used appropriately, but many users fall into the trap of merely making minimum payments. As you can see, paying simply the minimum balance is insufficient. Yes, it can help you avoid damaging your credit score, but every dollar of debt that isn't repaid will incur interest. The average rate is 19.24%, so your initial purchase becomes more expensive. It will take 11 months to pay off a $1,000 bill on a credit card with an 18% interest rate if you simply make the minimum payment of $100 each month. Of that $100, almost $100 will be interesting. Use your credit card exclusively for purchases that you can repay immediately, and you won't ever have to pay interest again. Like they say, if you can't buy it twice, don't buy it. Setting up automatic credit card bill payments will help you avoid forgetting to pay your account, resulting in compound interest even if you have the money on hand. There's hope if you have credit card debt and are paying astronomical interest rates each month. Ask whether you can transfer your debt to a line of credit with a reduced interest rate to avoid paying these exorbitant fees. This will immediately reduce the interest expenditure associated with your debt and allow you to concentrate on producing the principal amount. Number 4, cable. When was the last time you actually tuned in at the scheduled time for a show? Having cable simply isn't worth it for the majority of people. Thus, live television is a thing of the past. More than 33 million Americans have canceled their cable subscriptions as of 2018, choosing to use money on less expensive entertainment options instead. For instance, more than 150 million people watch Netflix every month, followed by 90 million people on Amazon Prime and 55 million on Hulu. The conversion to streaming is a no-brainer because these services are more affordable and frequently offer better original material than most television stations. But if you want to cut your entertainment expenses even more, I have another fantastic idea. It's the platform you're using to watch this video right now. YouTube is an unending supply of high-quality entertainment, and may amuse you for hours while also helping you increase your cash account. Number 5. Memberships at pricey gyms. You've probably seen it before. As the new year approaches, Someone comes, enthusiastic, and enrolls in a high-end gym membership to make the coming year their year of fitness. But after a few months, individuals return to sedentary behavior while their gym pass remains unused. According to the statistics, 80% of new gym members renounce their memberships within the first 5 months. Worse, many are too ashamed to confess defeat and keep paying for a service they will never use. This problem is only made worse when those would-be gym attendees treat themselves by enrolling in pricey gyms in the hope that it will encourage them to exercise more frequently. For regular gym visitors, a subscription is definitely not a waste, but even they should consider whether they are purchasing more than they actually require. Nowadays, many pricey gyms try to replicate a spa atmosphere while charging you as though they were one. Asking yourself, what is the real reason I go to the gym and are there more budget-friendly solutions I should investigate, will help you save money while becoming or keeping in shape. Here in number 6, we have additional warranties. You are only a few seconds away from finishing your "Did you want to acquire the additional warranty?" the salesperson queries as she closes the deal. You decide to purchase the extended warranty because you're a cautious person. This raises the price by roughly 50%, but at least you're covered, right? Do not worry if this describes you. You are not alone. About 30% of respondents in a 2018 survey claim to routinely choose extended warranties on household devices, large appliances, and cell phones, and I used to fall into this category as well. But as time passed, I understood how much of a scam this really was. I sometimes spent as much as half the item's price, which rarely happened. Personally, I no longer purchase extended warranties at all, but if you still feel the need, consider the following questions before spending the extra cash. Can I afford to replace this device if it fails without suffering financial hardship? Does a manufacturer's warranty on the item already exist? And would the price of an extended warranty offset the benefits of purchasing a product of more excellent quality? For number 7, it's attempting to win people over. Originating from a time when humans have always had an innate drive to fit in, with community members either being accepted or dying. While our ability to survive in this environment has improved dramatically over time, our desire to fit in hasn't resulted in a culture of spending money to fit in. According to a line from Fight Club, we buy things we don't need with money we don't have to impress people we don't like. This has been, or is still, valid for most people. Spending to impress is not advised. Whether buying new clothing to wow a lady at school, or a bigger home to impress your buddies, I regretfully used to shop for exclusively name-brand clothing to impress my classmates. Fortunately, as I've aged, I've become wiser and realized that the people I should be hanging out with would like me for who I am, not for what I wear. But minimizing this unnecessary expenditure has many additional advantages besides improving interpersonal relationships. For instance, when you don't buy things to make people jealous, you save more, which means that instead of merely appearing wealthy, you may indeed become wealthy. That's it for today's video. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you in the following video.